Make this year actually count. I literally have been setting the same exact goals for literally 3 years, and only like last year is when I actually started to accomplish things. And it was only when I actually stopped planning and trying to keep analyzing things and I just literally did it, were times where it actually started to happen and I started to achieve goals. This year I'm shifting from setting goals to actually identify with this new identity of mine. What I mean by this is, yes, I achieved certain goals, but after I achieved it, like, I was able to lose 15 kg because I liked a guy, and after I realized during that process of actually losing the weight, I didn't actually need the validation from this men. But you only realize these things by setting goals and actually accomplishing them, and realize you never needed to set them in the first place. What I realized is I did lose the weight, and after it is so hard to maintain it, because after the year that I took time to lose the weight, like 5 years later, I literally almost gained it all back because of exams, excuses. I set the goal to lose the weight and I did it, but because I didn't maintain it as an identity and something that I do and am, I didn't eat healthy. I literally made the excuse of, oh, I'm so stressed during my exams, I need to eat and I need a snack because I'm very used to binge eating. But I didn't care to maintain it because it wasn't part of who I am. I didn't really need to eat fruit instead of eating a granola bar, a chocolate bar, because it was something easy, quick. And even though it wasn't, technically it was easier to just take the apple off the counter, I grabbed the chocolate bar instead, because I knew it was something that was super easy for me to feel relief from all the studying or all the stress and all the pain I was going through. And in reality, probably the apple was going to energize me more for more studying I was going to have to do, which made me distracted, because after you fuel yourself with purely sugar and chemicals, think about the actual outcome. It's not going to be that great. I kept waiting to feel prepared, and like, even when trying to pick my majors and stuff, I even hopefully this can help too, but like, do you actually need to study that to do it? Like, as an entrepreneur, do you actually need to study certain subjects, or do you need to get certain experiences, or do you just need to do the thing? Like, do you just need to start building the business? Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I kept studying what trends are for my business the whole year, and like, I had like this epiphany like mid-month, and I just posted like so many things, and then I stopped for 6 months, and then I started to do markets, which is great. But think about like the capacity of growth you can have if you just focused on one thing, just one thing. As in, like, I diverged so much on so many business plans, where if you set like 20 goals and you accomplish 3, wouldn't that feel like you did nothing? Where if you set 5 goals and you accomplish 3, would that mean you accomplished so much? I feel like this year, instead of just doing so much, we can do so much more with just a core focus. And I really wanted to put this message out here today, and I'm filming, editing, and doing everything in one day because I really want to put this video out, so that hopefully this time, this energy that you guys have, it can be utilized and not just burnt out for the first month, because we all know the February gym is going to be empty as hell after the January motivation is over. I want this motivation to last for a long time. Yes, it is the topics I've talked about before, but being able to actually set strategic goals this year, like, everyone is going to make a vision board, but if you spent a whole proper day actually analyzing what goals can actually maximize what you want for the whole year, and not just like, oh, I want to have cute hair, I want to have a clear skin. How do you actually want to do that in behavioral wise? I'm going to start investing in high quality skincare. I'm not going to buy cheap or products that are on sale that look like they do stuff. I will actually do my research and buy less that costs more but will give me more efficiency with my products. This year I'm giving up fast fashion. I'm either thrifting, or I'm gonna buy things I actually need. I'm not gonna impulsively buy specifically clothing. We're never gonna be perfect, but 1% at a day, every day, is so much more better than nothing, no progress. Like, this is like the last few days too for my business. Street Dreams. I hope I can insert a proper picture. Like, one day I just posted like 57 items, and like, it's not about actually counting the sales. Think about what actually moves the needle for my business instead of analyzing what's trendy or analyzing what people want to buy or colors that are popular. No, girl. All I did was just freaking post. And this is the first, in that week, I made $50, which is not that much. I know it doesn't sound like that much, but think about the logistics. If I continue with this behavior and if we are consistent, my sister and I run the business, then I can assure you that I'm so confident that it will be successful. And there's no way around it, because my one thing this whole year is to keep posting no matter what happens. I can make the product. A lot of those things are from our manufacturer, but I list the ones I make and the items that are brand new. What I have to say is this: there was, like, honestly, all my experience with vendor markets and stuff, I literally just scrapped it because it was information overload. What I need to focus on is just freaking post every day. And even this podcast, I wasn't about to do it, and I put it on my to-do list today, but I let my emotions take over because I'm sick. I have not been active on social media, so I missed so many opportunities, as in I do some modeling on the side, and it just didn't happen because I decided to freaking prioritize my mood over what I needed to freaking do. And usually I'm really excited in my podcast, but this year I wanted to put a more, like, my color this year is blue. Also, guys, I want to be a color analyst. Sorry, I'm a little happy about that because I actually think it is about doing the things you need to freaking do this year. But also, I want to take time to prioritize the things I need to do because blue is the color of focus. And I just feel like I've always been so, like, my whole life, I just love color theory. And it's something that I do not need to study in university personally, but it's something that I will actually hold, I believe, for a long, long time, because other than fashion and like beauty aesthetics and stuff, I think color is an actual science that isn't studied enough for me. And even in like universities, you don't really study color, and it's so important. You'll notice that all my videos, like, I try to specifically have a color for it, even though I know certain ones can perform better. I think that what is important for me is the person viewing it knows the mood they're being set to watch the video. And this year I just really hope that I can be so much more intentional, focused, and like action. Like, I need to get the things done. You need to start doing things. Like, yes, plan your goals properly. What I mean is, like, you don't want to just start 5 businesses and be like, I accomplished all my goals. No, you need to strategically think about the business, think about what you want to do. There's things you're going to learn during the process. More so, you never know what your advantage is until you start actually trying the things out. You never know what you want to do, what you want to have, what you actually need until you start pursuing the goals. Like, back to my story about my ex-crush. If I didn't use him as an anchor to push me to lose the weight, I don't think I would have been here, because I was overweight, insecure, chubby. Like, honestly, I was kind of stupid back then. And after it compounds, after I lost the weight, I started taking my school seriously, because honestly, if I didn't move my mindset into, okay, how can I actually improve my life now that I've lost the weight? There's so many like unclear opportunities that happen that if you don't start taking action now, and like ignore everyone. Honestly, ignore everyone this year. Just think about what you've overcome, what you haven't done from last year, other years, and what you will be. Yes, make a good vision board, but think about what you actually want, not just what you want to just like end goal. Like, think about what you would be if you were always maintained in shape. What you don't tolerate. You're not going to tolerate cheap fast food. You're going to sit down and eat your meal. But if you can do it, prioritize 80 or 90% of the time and make sure you sit down, enjoy your meal, digest the food, eat the right food for what you actually want. Trust me, it will compound and other things will happen because of it. Your mood will change. The food that you're eating is actually helping nourish your body. It all boils down to your behavior and what you're going to set as a standard. Because when I was overweight and ugly, my standards were really low. When I went to the pho restaurant, I had to eat 2 bowls because I didn't feel full, and I felt like if I wouldn't, it wasn't super full, like overly full, then I wasn't actually fulfilled. But as I progressed and I realized that my body just needs to be full and not over full, like I realized that okay, I can actually sit down, enjoy my meal instead of shoving my face with food, and my standards change. You set your own standards. Don't set goals this year for yourself, for others, unless you know what you actually want. Like with the crush story, you set the goal to lose weight. You use an external thing as an anchor to keep you going. And you literally use people to your advantage. Someone you hate, envious, even someone you like. I know it sounds a little crazy, but you can use that. And because you, for sure, I will guarantee that you will realize you never needed them. You never actually needed the opportunity in the first place. And you realize your priorities. Right now, maybe you're doing good, but you would imagine yourself so much better with this thing, with this location, with this item, with this material, and use it to your advantage. Literally, this is the thing you need, because there's nothing gonna anchor you until you actually take action. I feel like, okay, instead of being afraid to dream of buying that car, let's just do it. Let's just try to dream for it. And then when you actually go to the dealership and you buy the car, you realize you don't need it. And that can be the best thing, because now you're gonna extra money. What you gonna do with it? You can invest it in yourself. You can buy the things you need. Maybe more skincare, more hair care. Maybe a better car that isn't gonna cost you your whole bank account, because you can actually buy something that's quality instead of just the name brand, and that will actually last you and will actually be utilized, not just because you want to prove to other people that you can afford this car. You realize that after, and this is from experience, maybe not the car, but some of the things, you realize that after you make these goals, like it's a process. And do not be afraid to adjust your goals, because as we grow and change, that is what needs to happen. Because without setting goals that are super ambitious, that are super out there, you don't achieve them. Like imagine you just like, oh, I want to get a used car. That's a good goal too. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but you set the standards for yourself this year. If you don't want to make this year the year you actually start to take action, change your behaviors and just stop setting random goals to fulfill other people's needs. You can actually do it. Just be delusional. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. It will actually work. Coming from me, let me just say, like, you saw me 5 years ago, I wasn't in university. I didn't model. I didn't have a business. I didn't even know what I was doing. I never started a YouTube channel because I was so afraid of what other people would think. Like, genuine, today I was walking on the mall and we went to like the rich stores and I couldn't even walk through. And then I like finished towards the end because my mom actually needed to get something. I was like, I feel so uncomfortable. I don't feel right. No, babes. When I first got my job, I didn't even care anymore. It is just like, what is it called? Fake it till you make it. But also, you have to behave before you actually become. I think the idea of like faking it is nice, but what if you can't snap into your reality? You have to just freaking do the thing first. I get it. Become the person that takes the risk without analyzing it properly. And then your body will morph. Because every time that when you're at the low and you already freaking stuffed your face with chips or stuffed your face with snacks, and then you actually proceed to just start stretching, then you do like 5 squats and then you sit instead of just sitting on the couch. That small behavioral change, when you're uncomfortable, will actually proceed to things that will compound. Okay, next time you binge eat, you'll binge eat less, because you know that this behavior doesn't actually benefit you. It's only because I think that when I started to work a little bit after I binged eat, it gave me like, okay, at least I felt super uncomfortable last time I worked out. Let's eat a little less. These small changes will actually alter your brain. You can't just set the goal to be healthy and then skip every time it gets difficult. You have to do it even when it's uncomfortable. And this year, guys, girls, everybody, we're gonna do it together. That's all I gotta say. Like, for every time that I was way too scared of other people's opinion, afraid of like freaking no one judging me, literally no one, because you know what are we afraid of to lose? Like genuinely, like so many years of not accomplishing anything and just freaking taking action this 1 year, it won't hurt. It really won't hurt. You never know what's gonna happen, honestly. And use the excuse of the first year. You know what? Be crazy, dream big, go crazy, because this is the only energy that you have now. And knows, maybe okay, maybe February we can go downhill. You know, we can go downhill, but you know what? What is the mathematical thing of calories? If you eat less, great, you consume less. If not, you can burn it. You are in control, and if you don't decide that, and if you stop letting other people decide your goals for you because you are in control this year, watch. This year is gonna be crazy. You know why? I'm just saying that so that my brain can be delusional and I can keep thinking about the ideas. Because even for my business, I was like, I have to wait until I make money to buy more inventory. Babes, look at your closet. You can clear it out. Use it as an excuse. There's so many opportunities that you don't even need to wait. You can do it now. You want to start the business? You can do it now. Literally make an Instagram business. Just do that. Open an Instagram account. Anyone can open it. You want to lose weight? Search up a Chloe Ting workout. You could literally do it in 2 weeks. I did it. Maybe not in 2 weeks, but I did it. You can start progress now. You won't see it, but 365 days later, babes, you're gonna be smelling like success. I don't even know what that means. Smelling like success. Wow, I'm so innovative. I don't know, y'all. But yeah, wait until I'm a color analysis and I can make so many videos about how we can dress. Because your girl loves fashion. I feel like I just make self-help videos, but I'm gonna make a lot of fashion soon. Anyways, I actually love all the support that you guys have been giving me, and I know it's only a few comments and a few followers, but like genuinely, no, like I don't think you understand. Like I try to make this channel, or not this, but particularly that you make a YouTube channel when I was like 12, and now that I'm like older, it just feels so scary to put myself out there again because yes, fear judgment. Yeah, I'm just really grateful for every single comment. You don't understand. Sometimes I get really scared to reply, but I do my best, and I just hope that this can motivate you to take any dream you have. Because honestly, if we're stuck in the same spot, making the same goals next year, I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna be mad at you. And when you rewatch this video, it's gonna bring you bad luck. So you better accomplish your goals because it's gonna bring you bad luck. Okay? Anyways, I love you guys. I hope to see you next Sunday. I really like Sunday because it's my family day. But yeah, good luck this year. I wish you lots of luck, consistency, focus, and just overall spontaneous adventures, because that's when you realize what you actually need. Anyways, I love you all. I said it like 5 times already. Bye bye.